arms around him in their own way, and we do that for everybody. You know, if I'm having a tough day, the guys are texting me and calling me or whatever the case may be. That's just who you have to be if you're going to be a good NBA team and play for a long time.
What's impressed you most about Book's performances over these last two games? And obviously the shot making has been incredible.
I mean, the shot making, you know, the threes he hit in the third to close it out, that's just Book. He looks for those moments to not just make those shots, but to send a message to his team that, you know, he can carry us. And, you know, he practices all those shots. I've seen it. Pick up 5-on-5 in practice, in his workouts with Jay Jack and Kevin. He works on that stuff. And so he would sit right here and tell you that even though he made those shots, we have more work to do, and that's what I'm going to say as well.
Monty, you just talked about Book's offense. From an offensive skill level standpoint, what can you say about this generation? A lot of people talk about generations in basketball and what they provide. What do you think just about the offensive skill level and what this game said to that regard?
I don't know, man. We just want a playoff game. You know? I have no idea about. I guess the kids today are working on stuff earlier in their lives. You know, all these kids are young men in the NBA, and kids that I see coming up. They have more confidence to shoot from range and shoot off the dribble than guys back in the day. I guess you know the NBA has such visibility around the world. When I was a kid, I didn't see all those highlights. We had to read magazines, you know, Parade All-American and all that stuff to learn about players. Today you can get online and just check out YouTube and see all that stuff. And so I'm sure kids around the world are just mimicking what they see at an earlier age.
Hey, Monty, what was your perspective on what went on across the court there with Jokić and Ishbia?
I didn't even know what was going on. It's never my focus. I just saw a crowd over there, and I was worried about the next play and making sure our guys didn't cross the line. But I didn't even see what was going on. I saw Jokić got a tech, and that was it. So I hope nobody was hurt.
Monty, you mentioned Landry's defense earlier, but what did you think about, even though Jokić had a 50-point triple-double, those bench helping take away some of those options at the end for him to not get those passes off? And stuff?
Well, I mean, he was, you know, that's who he is. You know, he's been that way for the past 5-6 years. But a 50-point triple-double, I mean, I don't know what is it, a triple-double?
No. He just had 11 assists.
Yeah, he had 11 assists. So
4 rebounds, I think.
I thought he had 50, but I think if you look at the game and you look at how he scored, like nothing was easy. There were a few times where we were trying to get under the screen and he popped back for a three. Those weren't easy shots, but a lot of that was created by us making a mistake in the coverage. But he's a two-time MVP. He can score every way imaginable. But I still think our guys made it tough on him. DA was physical, Jock was physical, and that's all you can do. And there are times where you have to trust a contested hand and hope he misses. The thing that we did early was we gave him 5 early offensive rebounds. That's where if he does miss a shot or Murray misses a shot, you can't give him an extra one. And so when he did miss in the second half, we got the rebound and we were able to take off.
Last two, Dwayne and Doug.
Coach, you might have already been asked this because I had to step out for the referee call, but putting TJ on Jokić there at the end, what made you go with TJ right there?
We're just trying to mix up the coverage. I mean, most teams are doing that nowadays. We were anticipating a screening situation where he would screen down and then DA would take him or Kevin would take him. So we're just trying to get size, active size, to take one of their shooters. The last game, in a scoring situation, they had Porter coming off a screen for threes. So if you could get a bigger guy up there to match that, it may help you.
Monty, you guys left Denver down 2 games, but you also lost your starting point guard. Just what does it say about your resilience that you guys were able to even up the series over these last few days?
I mean, our mindset right now was we have a lot more to do. That you had to win these 2 games to be in this position, but we said we had to see it and believe it, and now we have to see more and believe more. And there's more work to be done It's an even series now, and our guys, you could feel it in the locker room. They were excited, but they know that we have a lot of work to do, and we got to go beat a good team on the road.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Kevin, obviously you've been talking about the last two games. You feel like you've been getting good shots. They just haven't been falling. How good was it tonight to be able to see those shots finally fall?
I felt good. I mean, felt great. I mean, 19 shots, that's pretty much how I could tell I was in the flow of the game, not trying to search for shots, not rushing shots. So, great win for us.
When you look at Landry Shamet's production and what he was able to do off the bench, I know you've played with him in the past, but what did you see out of him tonight?
Just, man, the intensity he brought on the ball defensively, that takes us to the next level. He worked his ass off on the ball. Jamal Murray is an incredible player. That pick and roll with him and Jokić is almost unstoppable. But he just played his tail off, made plays, got back into the play. Him and DA made some huge plays late for us to get this win, and we're going to need that going forward.
KD, how do you feel like you and Book are feeding off each other and enhancing each other's game right now?
To be honest, we still learn each other, learning which plays to work for both of us, which plays work for our team as well. But at the core of it, it's just all about playing ball and getting to your spots and just playing aggressive. And I think we both do that. And Book is always comfortable out there on any spot on the floor, and I feel like I'm the same way. So, we just got to. The more reps we get, the better we're going to get. But right now, I think we're in a solid groove, and Coach is doing a good job of setting the table for us as well.
When Monty was in here, he said that even though Joker got 53, he didn't think anything was easy. I mean, what do you think about what Joker did, and then just the effort at least that you guys had defensively against him?
Yeah, he's ridiculous. I felt like all of those shots felt like they was easy shots, and he just played a game at a pace that you can't speed him up. You don't fluster him. He's strong. He can make every shot. I mean, I hate when he makes shots because he's so unorthodox, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a miss, and then it goes straight in. He's incredible, and I thought he carried them all night tonight. Scoring the ball, like I said, him and Jamal do a great job in that pick and roll. It's so tough to stop, but we just play extremely hard. You're not going to stop these guys, and they're efficient players. But we play hard. I think that made up for it.
Kevin, when you just look at you guys responding to their runs the whole game, was that pretty much what this came down to? Just responding to what they were doing?
Yeah, especially after the start. They got off to a good start, 29-18, I think, to start the game. But we was able to cut the lead there at the end of the first, which was huge for us. We didn't want to come out that first quarter down double digits. So it was good that we got some momentum. And after that first quarter, and was able to kind of be an even game after that into the fourth where we pulled away. So we played extremely hard, man. That's all we can do. And our bench came through and made big shots, got big stops. Jock was incredible again tonight. Him and DA did it. He had 53, but they played extremely hard for us and made timely plays for us tonight. So we're going to need that going to Game 5.
Kevin, you mentioned Deandre Ayton. How do you think he bounced back after kind of a tough Game 3?
Yeah, I mean, he was in foul trouble a little bit. I mean, it's tough guarding Jokić when he getting a lot of ISOs. He kept touching the ball all game, so as a guy, as centers, you got to have a few centers back there that can, help out because they're going to get a couple touch fouls here and there just from playing aggressive. But I thought he came out in that fourth quarter and made some huge defensive plays for us, got the steal, got the jump ball right after that, was able to get another rebound late in the game. So, and he got an and one as soon as he came in the game, which was huge for us. So, we will need that in Game 5.
Kevin, I'm guessing you were pretty good at 500 on the playground. Was that that play call there at the end of the first when Book threw it to you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Great pass. Just tried to keep my eye on the ball. But it was a great pass. And, yeah, we've done that plenty of times growing up. So I know exactly what the play was when I ran in there.
Were you a wideout growing up?
Yeah, I was. My brother was the quarterback, too, so we had that Hail Mary down pat.
That late game deflection you had that caused a steal when you came from the weak side on Joker, what exactly do you think happened in this game compared to Game 3 of helping keep Joker off the boards with the bench?
What do you have? How many rebounds? Oh, yeah, that's great. I mean, only 10 offensive rebounds. I think they had like 6 or 7 in the first quarter. Yeah, I mean, he's a low down there. He's tough. But I think he was in more of a score mode tonight, and he initiated a lot from the three-point line, so that helps us out as far as offensive rebounding. But we all got to come in there and hit guys, hit bodies, and just make it a war down there when the ball is up in the air. So tonight I think we did a solid job.
Kevin, how crucial was it for the bench to step up, especially in a game like this, to really hopefully continue that momentum and confidence for those guys? Because we know we've seen a couple games where they struggled a little bit earlier in the series.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. Confidence still got to stay high. Defensive intensity, game plan, discipline still got to be there regardless. And I think all our guys showed that. We played 10 guys tonight. I mean, they play 8. So that's always good when we can bring guys in off the bench, give us some couple minutes of rest, and and we don't miss a beat. So it's good. It was good for us to finish the game, and it was good. Devin only played 40 minutes tonight after playing 45 the first 8-9 games. So we're gonna need everybody to go in there in Denver and get this win in Game 5.
Hi, Kevin. You are down by 2 games before your home game starts, and now you are on a playing field without Chris. What's your mindset on Game 5 without back in Denver?
One possession at a time. It's going to be loud. It's going to be energetic in there. The players play better at home, but it's going to be a great challenge for us. We're looking forward to it.
Thanks, Kevin.
Being able to see, man. Y'all switch it up on me.
Book, obviously there's been a lot of talk about certain guys on the outside and a lot of criticism on the outside. What did you see from the way that Landry Shamet and Deandre Ayton battled tonight and kind of responded to that?
I mean, that's the name of this game. People are going to say something regardless what you do in this league. And the people on the outside don't understand the pressure and the preparation that comes with this sport. It's the highest level. Nobody's intentionally out there trying to mess up for their team. But they came with it. That's the more impressive part, to hear the outside noise, feel it, and then respond. And that's all that we can do. That's all we try to do is just play at the highest level every night. And, us as teammates, us as a coaching staff and an organization, we just have to give people confidence and, just get the best out of them.
You had a playoff career high, 12 assists tonight. How have you liked the way that you and Kevin have attacked those double teams they're sending your way?
Yeah, just making quick decisions. Just trying to, make the defense pay. Just trying to read every action, every possession down, just understanding the value of every possession and, get people open shots and at the same time be aggressive.
Yeah, Devin, when you just look at just the way Jokić is playing, I mean, how do you slow that down?
Good question. We're trying to figure it out. It's tough, man. He can make sure everybody's involved at the same time. So you don't want to overhelp because he'll spray it out and they're shooting threes on the backside. But, if you leave the matchup there one-on-one, he's going to make you pay for it. So, we just always talk about making it hard, making it tough, trying to wear him down. He's doing all that offensively and at the same time on defense, he's up on all of our screens. So he's playing out of his mind. He's doing what he does, but I'm happy as too.
Curious, and just speaking on that, what do you feel like you guys have done these last 2 games that give you confidence going into Game 5?
Just picked up the tempo, trying to defend without fouling, and then, just getting out in transition, trying to mix match and transition, don't let them set their defense, and, just make quick decisions and play fast.
Book, you guys have talked so much in the last 3 years about wear down effect. Did it feel like in these 2 games you guys were getting back to that level of energy and effort?
Yeah, I feel that. It's hard to do it for 48 minutes, for both teams. So, that's why these moments come down to, who wants it. And, I like our group.
Did you know Kyler was here?
I did. I seen him post game.
Is that why you called that at the end of the first?
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, I know you seen that. I seen that.
Was that something that the team had ready? You had ready with Kevin specifically?
Well, we had a group out there that, we probably haven't drilled our play that we usually do then, so I just told KD to go long, and, I'll trust the 7-foot guy that can shoot the ball from anywhere.
He said he was a wideout growing up. Were you a quarterback growing up?
I was.
Look at that.
Yeah, when you get in some flag football this summer.
Book, when you look at your box for the last 2 games, 20 of 25, 14 of 18, are you impressed by those numbers?
Man, I'm just trying to win. I always say, and it's something that I'll tell KD, like, throw that efficiency shit out the window. I don't care about that. Just keep going. Keep attacking, keep being aggressive, and if it's a product of just getting open shots and knocking them down, that's what I'm supposed to do. Jock, DA setting screens for me, getting me open, and then, guys like Landry, KD, making them pay on the backside for helping too much. So just taking what the defense gives me, I feel like I'm supposed to make a lot of the shots I take.
I don't know if you could have seen it during the game or if you saw the video after, but did you know that was Matt Ishbia that Jokić showed?
Yeah, I did. He got us a point. He did his job. He did his job over there. He got us a point. I haven't seen the video yet, but I heard from the bench that, he got knocked over. So we'll see.
He flopped.
He flopped.
How would you describe just kind of the feeling of the groove that you're in as a shot maker right now?
I don't think too much into it. I'm just, like I keep saying, just taking what the defense gives me. I know the spots where I'm supposed to be aggressive and where I'm supposed to make them pay. I talked about transition earlier and just trying to get out and play fast so they can't set their defense and set their double team. So, I don't usually get open shots, so this is a new thing with having KD's gravity on the floor. And like I said earlier, DA and Jock setting unbelievable screens that are just freeing me up just enough to get them off.
And you kind of just hit on this, but how do you think you and KD, while still getting to know each other on the floor, are enhancing each other?
I think using each other's gravity, kind of what I said, just learning, to play off each other is probably the easiest way to do it. Let one of us be the point of attack, see how the defense is playing and make them pay from there. I know we're doubling them in the post, and I like to be, the first pass out so I can make the decision after that. And, I don't think they want to leave it single coverage over there at the same time. So, just trying to put defenses in tough situations.
Sorry if you already were asked this, but do you feel like T. Ross is incrementally finding his groove with these games, past 3 or 4?
Yeah, man, he's liable to knock 4 or 5 down straight, and I feel like that's coming. He's that guy on the backside a lot where his low man's trying to help on Deandre, and it's leaving him naked, wide open. So I'm gonna keep throwing it to him every time. I believe in him. I trust him a whole lot.
Devin, you, KD, and really the whole team have mentioned how you guys are still trying to find the flow to the offense and find that chemistry, and it seems every game it gets better and better. Mm-hmm. Is there a ceiling to this team's offense? Because you guys continue to improve each game.
Yeah, I wouldn't say, there's a ceiling. I don't try to put any restrictions on anything that I do or ceilings on anything that we do as a team. We also have been going with different lineups through this series too. So, it's a lot of new for us, but that excuse is out the window. That's a regular season thing. It's time to win basketball games.